Hi everyone, it's John here once again. And I saw this stuff on Twitter that I think we should kind of do a video or make a video on. And Cheng posted it. So let's check it out. And you should really be interested in this video if you are a developer or if you are marketer, any sort of leader in the industry and you want to know how I can move your protocol forward. So Morpho does this thing where they kind of shut down. Okay, well, technically not shut down, no. They are forward and kind of made it read only. So let's kind of check it out. This is the main announcements. And you can see it here. It says, okay, after careful consideration, the server it transitions to a read-only mode. And what does that mean? It simply means that the community members in the Discord server will be able to communicate and express things. It will only be announcement from the team. And then there's kind of a rude awakening because in the industry we are kind of used to having Discord servers for virtual level projects to build communities. And that is showing a new frontier or a new matter in building communities because when you kind of look at this, you see that it is changing. Crypto is gradually moving away from, say, using Discord servers and everything. But like, let's kind of do a deep dive. What are the things? What are the reasons they kind of maybe mentioned that they'll be discontinuing the server? Let's talk about it. For me, I think the first thing should be scams, right? I'm sure you must have seen several do not DM or say the name of the founder and they will attach I will not DM you to it. It's kind of a prevalence that in a Discord server there are always people who are not there for the reason it was created, and the main reason they are there is to scam people. So that's one of the reasons I suppose the server was discontinued. And if you have to really think about it, I think it actually does more harm than good. If you have a server created for a protocol and it is not exactly being used for that purpose and the members of the community are getting scams because of it. And here we are talking about people using their savings, using their livelihood and stuff like that. So it's serious. And I think that's the reason they can be like, okay, let's just shut it down. And the second thing is it's simply about, by the way, I'm doing this video without any prior how do I put it? I didn't kind of sketch out the things, but I have it in my head. And the second reason I see is kind of, let me say, low value. Like if you have a project and you have a Discord server to grow the community, you will expect that it brings, let's say, any form of growth in a protocol. And I think the Morpho guy analyze this. I mean, you'll be paying your customer moderators, you'll be paying for SUS, and at the end of the day, we are not really seeing any business value from it. Then there is a quite put into still keep it. And that is why they are like, okay, you know what, guys, let's call it off. So it's not only a read only. And another thing they didn't mention that I think is a reason is institutional adoption. You see, things are changing, and the way protocols do business are quite the tides are also changing. Before you basically be targeting retail for your tokens, you want end users to kind of get it, to buy into it, and maybe use the protocol more. But like now, people's change. Now, institutions are kind of more interested in what's going on in the industry. For Moko, for example, it's a very powerful and it's a protocol, lending protocol that are going to be hacked. So like that security tag is still there, that is very secure. So institutions are running in, putting their funds into this, providing liquidity, using it for their own business. And since the institutional volume is into their protocol, they kind of see much more business value there than from retails. So and when institutions want to communicate with you, they communicate more direct. they most likely say it on the server. So if the main customers are not really using this channel, why should the channel exist? And it's quite a thing. So I think for me though, those are kind of the procedure. Okay. And of course, if I were to point it out, if it's not obvious, yes, it's still related to be no value thing, like spending without. It's still kind of the same thing with what we described about above. And can you see that? So more like spending without value. They are not kind of seeing what they're spending for. So really, there is no reason for it. But like, let's check out a couple of comments around this. Let's kind of see the codes and see what the community is saying. Okay, if you listen to this guy saying this code is a liability to program hoops, so many security loopholes. Well, I agree, but at the same time, I still believe this code has its place, and we shouldn't be so quick to maybe throw it away. Now let's check out this. Okay, it says if you are losing all the concepts that make crypto. Privacy is gone, community is gone, and soon they will remove doubts. And I think this is something many people are not talking about. When the industry was coming, these are the things that make up the industry. We have communities, we have tokens, we have privacy, but now what's going on? There is less emphasis on community, there is less emphasis on privacy. Cyberpunk is no longer so popular. What's really going on? It's kind of looking like we probably are not holding on to the foundations that make the industry. But like counter argument to that is also that Discord or Discord is not the industry. It's simply a tool used in the industry to the extent that it benefits the industry. And now that such is kind of more mature, well, it's and some people believe that I really get enough value in Discord protocol that it's not effective place to support and all that. Well, arguably, I think I agree. And DeFi Llama too, so stuff like that. Then many people talk about Scamtic, the polls, whatever. I think that's quite it. But like now that they shut down Discord, now they are kind of pivoting to something else, and that is tickets. So it's not just about catering for everybody now. It's more about catering for the actual institutions that are using the protocol. And when they have any issue they want to fix, their ticket, gotta file tickets and support will respond to them. And it's simply more about support now that Discord. And this is quite a change in how we do things in the industry. And I can't really say what we should expect from this yet, but I think it's not bad. It's not bad. And for a protocol to assess it and be like, oh, let's deal with this. I think it's a decision we should respect. It doesn't mean, of course, I think Discord can be better in a couple of ways. Yeah. I mean, compared to Slack, it can really improve on so many fronts. And I also spent something on Twitter, like the developers of Discord. This is the time they should have been in the trenches convincing everyone why they should still choose Discord over every other thing or why it still sell their business. And it's kind of, how do I put it? It is quite appalling that they are not even being outspoken about their products now that they are losing relevance in the market. If the crypto industry stops in Discord, it would be a very massive downturn for them because the industry kind of passed Discord so much. We are more or less, yeah, you said your big audience. So if crypto stops with Discord, is going to be a big stop, and you expect them to kind of be more outspoken about this and say, we do this, we do that, it still works, it still does this, but like silence. And anyway, that's just like what's going on. So, like, what do you think about the industry moving gradually away from Discord? What do you have to say about it? You don't have to say what everyone else believes or something. What do you think about it? Let us know in the comments. And thank you for watching.